Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to another Flosstube. I have got a lot of stitching to show you today, and I've got some haul, and it's going to kind of all be mixed together. I'm going to try to go through it kind of fast so that you can see what's going on, and then at the end I'm going to kind of review over what my plans are coming up. So let's jump straight into the stitching. Now this is kind of stitching and a haul because I have got all of this stuff kitted up already, and some of it I've already started stitching on. So okay, stuff that I have got. Alright, so this is a new pattern that I purchased. It's Eek Boo Shriek, and it is by Primrose Cottage Stitches. This is my next mini to do up on my list for this month. I got Twin Peak Primitives. It's Mouse of the House freebie. This is a freebie over on their website. And guys, I'm sorry for the glare, but I have already got everything put in these kits and everything straightened out. Next is another one from Primrose Cottage Stitches, Witchy Way. This will be the second one that I'm working on the rest of this month and into October. And I went ahead and picked up the Happy Halloween also. It's a mini. It's cute. It's another Primrose Cottage Stitches. And then for both of these, I already picked up the Ada to do. So I've got Toast and a gray color. So not exactly sure which one I'll choose for that yet, but it is all in this little zipper pouch ready to go. So that is some haul that I have got. Another piece of haul, and I actually went ahead and picked up the floss for this today. I'm going to start working on this one, is Autumn Rules. And it's another of my Primrose Cottage Stitches. I don't know if you can tell, but I went on a binge purchase with them. But this one is super cute. I just wanted to get it up close so you could see. I'm excited about this one. It finishes out to be, I'm going to do it on 18 count. So it'll be 3.5 inches wide by 15 inches long. So, yes. And I've already picked up my natural Ada for that. And it is an 18 count. So I've got that one. I went ahead and picked up the floss earlier today. So that one is ready to start on. I'm going to start on that one the first day of fall, which is September 22nd. So that one is an upcoming one. Alright. I started on the Stitch Along All the Trimmings. This is a freebie from Fat Quarter Shop. Every Tuesday they release part of the pattern. This was week 1. Week 2 is out now, and I have not got it printed out to start stitching on it. But I did finish up everything on week 1. If I can get all my floss off here. This one I have not done too good organizing my floss, but I've got all of week 1 finished up, and I'll start on week 2 today because this is Friday and I do festive Fridays. So that is this afternoon stitch. Go back in here. So that's a new one that I started this month. I didn't show you this one, I don't think, in my last video. This one I got at Tennessee when my aunt and I went. I think it was back in August. Yeah. And it's a Lizzie cake, Let Them Be Small. This is one that I've got to work on. I'm trying to make sure that it focuses. And again, sorry for the glare. But this one is one that I've got to work on just whenever. I have been really focusing on fall and Halloween, and then I've got plans for Thanksgiving and Christmas, and I'll show you those as I go. But so I need to make some time to work on these everyday ones. Okay, so this was a new start and a finish. Welcome Autumn by Primrose Cottage Stitches. I have got it finished, but I do not have it FFO'd yet. I picked up the gingham fabric and the stuff that I'm going to use around the side. I am going to do this into a pillow because I think it'll look great on my tier tray. So got that one finished up. That was a new start and a finish since I was on here last time. Okay. This one is one that I have already started. This is, hold on, I got the chart out. I can't show you that. It's Trick or Treat by Primrose Cottage Stitches. And I'm doing this on a piece of Ada that I dyed. So here's what it's going to look like. It's a little mini. And whoop, my needle. So I would have had 3 of the sides done. I got this far. If I wouldn't have done this one wrong. So I've got that apart. This one is a pretty quick stitch, this little border. So I don't think this one will take me long. I work on these on Wednesdays. These little Halloween minis for Wicked Wednesday. So I started that. And I think it'll finish up fairly quick. I don't think I showed this in my last Flosstube. I'm sorry, I need to start writing this down. But I got Bump in the Night by the Prairie Preschooler. And I'm not going to do the big piece. I'm going to do them into small ornaments. So I've got that piece ready to stitch up. As I get into October, I'll be stitching mainly Halloween stuff. And no, we don't celebrate Halloween in how I guess some people celebrate Halloween. It's a fun time. And we always did a lot of stuff as a family, like carving pumpkins and, you know, dressing up and going trick-or-treating. And so that stuff is fun. And my kids are at the age where they're outgrown trick-or-treating, and we never really did anything but go to family anyway, but they're kind of outgrown it. So now we watch a lot of Halloween movies and, like, little kiddie stuff. Hocus Pocus, you know, that fun little kid stuff. And we decorate and do pumpkin carving, and it's just fun. So I've got mixed in here Thanksgiving plans. I'm just going through these project bags as they come up. You've seen this one before, but this is on my plans for November. And you've seen this one before, but this is on my plans for November. Thankful Hearts. And then this one I actually picked up. It's Pilgrim's Harvest Freebie by Twin Peak Primitives. And I thought he was so cute. So I'm trying not to skip Thanksgiving and to make sure that I have a season of thankfulness. So that's what I'm going to work on. Okay. Next is primarily more haul. And I am completely okay if I don't get all this stuff finished in October. I honestly want for some of it to carry over so that I can work on it for a couple of years during the season. So that's why I have picked up so much Halloween stuff. But this is from another Primrose Cottage Stitches. This is Halloween. It's kind of a sampler. I'm hoping this one is going to be a pretty quick stitch because of all the wording. We'll see. This one is by Twin Peak Primitives, and it's the Haunted House Sampler. And I had planned to start this one and just, you know, stitch on it for years and years. But now they have had a Stitch Along pop up that starts October the 13th with this one. And I may try to keep up. I'm going to have to really work the first part of October to get all the stuff that I really wanted to get done in October if I'm going to do that Stitch Along and keep up. This is another Twin Peak Primitives freebie. There is no magic. And I'm not going to stitch the wording, or I think that's a broomstick maybe over there with a crow. I'm going to stitch the little girl and the cat. And I think turn it into a little pillow. And then I've showed this one before, but this is on my plans in October. I want to stitch a square a day in October. So if I keep up with that, this is by Tiny Modernist, then I'll have this one done. Halloween calendar. So, but I don't know. I really want to keep up on that Stitch Along on the 13th that starts. And I'll put details of it below because I can't remember. It's an Instagram thing. So, yeah. Okay, my next big thing. Wait a minute. Nope, I missed one. I had another new start and another finish. This, since I've seen you last. This was Thanks by Lizzie Kate. and I got it started and finished. And it's on a piece of Aida that I dyed, and some of these colors I think are a little too close to the Aida, so I may stitch this on another color, on a pretty light color, and just have 2 of them. I don't know. We will see. But that one's one I got to FFO too, so now I've got 3 to FFO. Alright, my next thing is, I have seen, oh wait a minute. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this one. So, Janet Jabber has been stitching on a queen for each season. And they're beautiful. But I just didn't have a desire to do a Mirabilia piece, where it seems a lot of folks do. Until I was looking on Instagram, and somebody is doing this one, and I fell in love. And since I found it, there is like 3 ladies that are all stitching this at the same time. So I'm going to start stitching on this with them. They're going to be done way before me because they're like halfway finished. But I would love to have this Mirabilia piece finished by Christmas. And she is called Royal Holiday, a Christmas Queen. I don't know if you can see it because of the glare. But it is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I found the pattern off of eBay, and it had all but 5 of the colors for the DMC flosses. And then it had 2 specialty threads that I needed to buy. So the second one comes today. So I am officially ready to start this one. And I am going to be doing this one on a 32 count natural Belfast linen. So it's a light color. I thought about going with a green color, a light green, to make it really pop for Christmas. But then I thought I would like for all of my queens to kind of be on the same type background. So that's my plan right now. I still may change my mind, because my goal is to stitch enough stuff in my house for each season that I can change everything out. And I got to thinking, if I do that and I change it out for the season, then there's not going to be any need for like a patriotic queen to be on the same color background as a Christmas queen, because you're not going to see a difference. So I don't know. I may start stitching on it and see where it goes. We will see. But I'm excited to start my first Mirabilia piece. So Miss Janet Jabber inspired me, and then the other ladies on Instagram kind of set in stone which one I was going to do. So, alright, next is Bats and Booze. This is a freebie from Fat Quarter Shop. I'm trying to think which way it goes. I'm behind on it because I think they finished, but I've got this far. And this is the piece that I work on Wicked Wednesdays. And I switched up to that tiny piece this week because I was just tired of working on this. But my goal is to have this one finished up in October too. So, I've got a lot to do in October, guys. Up on the housetop was a Festive Friday piece. And I need to work on this some this afternoon because I didn't touch it last week. But since you've seen it last, I finished up all of the brown around the truck, some of the packages on the truck, and the trees up above the truck. And I got one little bush down here over top of the hood. So, I don't know why I can't get into this one like a groove. I don't know. It's a beautiful piece and I want to finish it. It's just I can't. I tell you what I think it is. I bought my first set of fancy floss for that kit, thinking, you know, it was going to be this big, extravagant, different woo thing. And there is nothing against the fancy floss, but I think it tangles and everything more. I don't like that. I got 3 different brands of fancy floss, so it's not just one brand over another. But I also don't like the fuzzy look, and I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or what. I just don't like how it looks. I'm a DMC girl, and it has nothing to do with cost, because I would pay if it made the difference, but I can't stand to stitch with it. I think that's honestly what it is. maybe I just need to convert it over to DMC and just do it, because I can't stand how it feels whenever I'm pulling the needle through the 8 o'clock. I can't stand it. I feel like it's got knots in my thread. But that's just a personal preference thing. And then I've not worked on, trying to make sure I've not worked on anything else. No, I have not worked on anything else. And then I've got some Sunday stuff and some stuff starting for January, so planning for January, but we're not to that yet. So other than that, I've got some things. I have been going to thrift shops just because I've been out and about and I've been stuck in the house for a while and I needed to get out, and I don't like going to big crowded places, so I went to a couple of thrift shops and I scored some good stuff this week. This was just one of the stores that I went to. I got one of these things to put floss in, and it was 50 cents. So I thought, I'll try it for 50 cents. I got some old flosses in here that are labeled with the DMC number on them. And it was in with this thing. So I paid, it was like $1 for all them flosses. And then I got some Christmas patterns in this book, and it was 10 cents. I got a Navy Life pattern for, it was $0.25. And then I got this sampler that was 10 cents. And I thought, even if I don't stitch these, I mean, I could do some type of giveaway or something with them. These I would like to stitch. It's a little street scene. I would like to stitch it as one huge thing. And it was 10 cents. It says the streets of Newport. Is it Newport, Tennessee? I don't know. Oh, it says Norfolk, Virginia. No, Newport, Rhode Island. Streets of Newport, Rhode Island. And then it's got some details about the different places on the back. So that would be kind of cool. I would like to take a trip there and see it if I stitched it. And then I got a bunch of completed cross stitch in here, and it was $2. And I'm going to show it because I'm like, I hate to see that somebody stitched it and it's just laying there. So there was this one in there. There was this one. It's got some stains on it, but I think I could still frame it and it would be okay. I think it would only be a problem if I was going to keep like all of this down in here because there's a stain. But if I just cut it close, I think it'll be okay. So it says home is where the Army sends us. And I have a family member that's in the Army, so I thought about sending that. And then this is a sampler, and it says Tina Crump in 2000 stitched it, and she didn't finish it. So I think what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to leave it where she stitched down here, and maybe add somehow something started by Tina Crump, finished by me. And then just kind of match these colors up with my DMC conversion thing the best that I can and make something up to finish it. And then there was this piece. I have no clue what it is. If you know where this place is, hit me up and let me know. But it was just in that completed cross stitch stuff. So I don't know what that building is supposed to be. But it's on a, I mean, that's a really a really close Ada. So I guess that's maybe an 18. And then there was another sheet of Ada in here and some of that perforated, whatever, stitchy paper. I don't like the stitchy paper, so I'm going to give it to my aunt. But that's what I got in there. And then I went to one more thrift shop and I got some other stuff, but it's not in here. So we're getting to about 20 minutes, and that's what I try to keep my videos kind of short. So that's where I am with the stitching that I have got done. I'm going to work on some more this week and hopefully be back to you sooner. I know that I always say that and it doesn't happen, so we'll just see. My aunt and I have a week-long stitch retreat that we are going to in Myrtle Beach coming up. So I will be getting a ton of stitching done then. So I want to do another video before that, because I would be anxious to see where I am on projects versus where I get with them all week on stitching. And I think they've got some different activities planned, and I'm just not interested in those. I'm going to stitch. I can get distracted at home with my kids. I just want to go sit down and stitch. So I'm hoping to get a lot of stitching done. I would love to get my Halloween pieces done before the 13th so that I can start that stitch along and not be stressed about getting that stuff done. There's a couple of those Halloween pieces I wouldn't mind just carrying over till next year. This is my first year of stitching, 2021, and so I want to, for next year, start planning ahead. So like in January, going ahead and working on things for Valentine's Day and get them done so I can have them FFO display before Valentine's. So kind of working a month ahead. And I've watched enough YouTubers, it looks like a lot of folks do that. And I just didn't have anything to display that I had stitched, so that's kind of where I'm at. And with fall, Halloween, and Thanksgiving and Christmas being my favorite time of year, I wanted to have some pieces up that I had actually stitched. I do have a big plan for that Mirabilia piece, and then Christmas pieces that I want to work on. Let's see. Here they are. Because I've got quite a few Christmas pieces. I want to do a good bit of stitching over Christmas. But I did get a couple of new ones that I want to do, and it's part of my haul, so let me show you right quick. I forgot about these. This is Primrose Cottage Stitches Candy Cane Cottage. It actually has two patterns in here. It has a gingerbread one too. So those are some tiny ones that I want to shoot for. I got Christmas Rules, and it's similar to that Autumn Rules. It's called Christmas Rules. Yeah, Christmas Rules. And it's so cute. So my goal for this year is I do want to get this one completely finished. Like, this is my want to get done. And then the Mirabilia piece. And then I've got some different Christmas ones that I've showed you overhaul in here to do. And for those, I really don't have a goal of finishing them. I just want to work on them. And if I carry them over till next year, I'm okay with that. But the Mirabilia piece and the Christmas Rules piece, along with a couple of those tinies, would be great to get done for display this year. So I'll probably start them about mid-November, so hopefully I've got them done mid-December, and I'll have a couple of weeks to display them. The Mirabilia piece I'm going to go ahead and get started on now, and try to maybe do like, I don't know, 2 threads a day in it or something. Something that I can manage along with all this other stuff that I'm stitching. So, yep, that is my haul, and other than the threads that I picked up today for those pieces, the Halloween piece and the Autumn Rules, that's about all I've got. I've been a pretty good girl. But that's not going to be the case when I go to this stitch retreat, because there's a brand new store there that has opened, and then there's supposed to be some vendors coming at the retreat. So, yeah, gotta be saving my money. But anyway, on a personal note, really quick, nothing going on. My dad's continuing to recover. He's doing really good. He's walking around now without a cane or anything. My husband is fine. He's not had any episodes since his heart attack. He's been getting out and exercising. He's doing really good about his meds, so that's great. My dad will get to go back to work soon from his accident, and I hope he does okay with it. It's going to be an adjustment going back, I think, on the road again, him and my mom. And then the only other thing that has happened is my grandmother, there was some confusion about, she was confused one day, and just some things had happened that wasn't her, and there was a scare of maybe if she had had a stroke, and it turns out she didn't. She had a UTI, and so she needed antibiotics and fluids, and so she's been doing good. But I've been going over and helping her clean her house and stuff like that. And then we've had family going and staying with her. So other than that, on the family realm, there's nothing going on. If you will say a prayer for my middle one with the health condition. We took him to the doctor yesterday, and he's got a big knot that come up here, and then one on the elbow. Well, it was actually this hand, and then this elbow. And they cut the one off of his elbow, and it looked like a little mini egg under the skin, and put 3 stitches in, and they sent it off to biopsy it. So based on what it comes back, we go back in 2 weeks to see what the results are, and for them to take the stitches out, and then we'll address the one here. So I'm just praying that it is benign and everything. I'm so grateful that he gets the IgG treatments, infusions, since he doesn't have a natural working immune system. He doesn't make any antibodies. I don't know if this is the first time seeing my Flosstube. But I do think sometimes about, you know, what could he get in those infusions. And so I really haven't had much to worry about, but I'm kind of a little bit concerned about those. I just hope they come back normal. So if you will say a prayer for him, I would appreciate it. But other than that, that's it. The oldest is doing good. He's got his driver's ed stuff finished. He's waiting to do his driving part so that he'll be ready to get his permit in December when he turns 15. And the youngest he's doing good too. It is something to try to get their school done every day, because I've got the high schooler and then a 5th grader and a 3rd grader, and amongst trying to do everything that has to be done from a house standpoint, and then me working with my own business, it gets a little crazy sometimes. So I have to really be diligent with time management and making a list, and okay, how am I wasting time? How can I stop wasting time? Like, you know, anyway, you don't want to hear all that time blocking and stuff, but it'll be okay. So that's about all on a personal level. Other than that, doing great. I hope that you guys are. I am tuning in whenever I see any of you that comment. Let me know if you've got a Flosstube, tag below so I can come over and check you guys out. I have been discovering some new folks over on Flosstube, and I've got a couple that I want to binge watch, and as I watch a couple more of those, I'll do a shout out to them. I just wanted to do an insert here about my website. I am an artist, a freelance artist and design firm. So go over and check out my website, KylieKiteArt.com. I'll link that below. And there on my website, I've got a buy me a coffee link. So if you want to donate to me getting anything finished or for shipping, I want to start doing some giveaways here on my channel. So I'm going to start that with my very next video. In order to win, you'll just have to be over 18. By law, I can't get your name and address if you're not. I'll ship it to wherever, and yeah, you'll just have to comment within a week's time in order to claim the prize. So be watching for that, and I will start doing giveaways on my very next video. So let me know, what are you working on? Is there a piece? Are you dead set on some pieces over the upcoming holiday season? Are you just stitching what over? Are you a seasonal stitcher? Let me know below. I like to read your comments and interact with you. And if you've not yet liked or subscribed, please do so and help me grow my channel. That would be great. I would love to be able to do polls and ask questions and stuff like that on here, and that would be the best way for me to be able to do that. So I hope you all have a great rest of your, well, week's over, so I hope you have a great weekend, and I hope to see you here next week.